Fight fans, fight fans, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counter Punch Boxing News, and I got some new news for you concerning Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua has signed with Wembley Stadium for the two venues, for the two dates in September as well as April. Okay, remember the contract was for Deontay Wilder to fight two fights, and one was, in fact, the major deal, which was for Anthony Joshua to fight in April. That may be the same venue. More than likely it is. So when people, so the contract that doesn't have a date on it, okay, there are dates that Anthony Joshua already set. Now, if Deontay Wilder is still interested in fighting Anthony Joshua, he should get off social media and take this news as advisement. Because if there's a date and that contract is still up for grabs, because it's still on the table. So, regardless of what Deontay Wilder has said about that particular contract, he did state that he would sign whatever the contract is. Well, whatever he said he would sign, the contract's still on the table. So if it's a date set for Anthony Joshua to fight, and there has been no opponent, that means he's looking for an opponent. So Deontay Wilder should be that opponent. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we have right now. Wembley Stadium. That was where Klitschko and Joshua duked it out, banged it out. Why not Wilder and Joshua in April? You know what I'm saying? So I think that would be a good fight, because remember, people need to understand, you don't want to fight too late into England, because England's is cold. It gets cold there. You know what I mean? And if it's an outside venue like that and they want to sit that many people, the weather affects a lot of people. The weather affects everyone, bro. So regardless of what you say, the ducking, the running, or whatever, Joshua has signed two particular dates to fight two particular opponents. So those dates are available. So we need to get to work. So let's work more towards getting the fight done instead of whose fault it is for not the fights being done. You know what I'm saying? Let's fix the problem, not the blame. Let's add a solution to the problem. And let's see these two guys fight. You know what I mean? So if Deontay Wilder is serious, again, about fighting Anthony Joshua, let's get off social media, bro. Let's get to the meeting tables and you know what I mean, and sit down and talk about a possible fight. All these emails and faxes and stuff of that nature don't mean dick unless you come over and then you guys talk man to man like some true people. And I honestly don't even think they've even met each other. You know what I mean? And the more this drags on, the more and more it looks like Maypac. Because if you can remember, before the Mayweather and Pacquiao fight was actually in realistic talks, these guys met at a basketball game. That's a fact. But before then, for those 5 years prior, no one met each other. It was just talks across. They talked to each other one time. But you know what I mean? No one has seen each other man to man as that time. I think that should happen. I think both of these guys should come man to man and get into the same boardroom and talk some business. You know what I mean? Then we don't have to worry about the faxes, the emails. We don't have to worry about that. If you got the contract set up, you know what I mean? You can make you can make adjustments to the contract if it's not to someone's liking, and everyone's right there to say whatever. You don't have to go and, oh, well, you know what? I don't think this right. And people wait 3 or 4 days to get stuff done and all this. That's just retarded. You know what I mean? What people need to do in this situation, since these two dates are met, this is facts. These have been signed, right? Deontay Wilder, if this fight needs to be made, it needs to be made in April. It doesn't need to be any time after April, because it would be ridiculous. You know what I mean? So if Deontay Wilder's people are serious about him fighting Anthony Joshua, they should jump on this information to get this fight made, sign that damn contract, apply that date to Anthony Joshua just signed, and make that date available for that contract. And let's get a fight started. Easy as that. You know what I mean? Anything else is irrelevant. Is unnecessary. All the talks, the bickering, and all that is unnecessary at this point. Make the fight happen. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about these two dates, this info. Please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.